Coach's Corner at the halfway mark of 2016. Rick, welcome.
How are you, BP? Great to see you in, champ.
Going all right at this end. 8-1 for the seniors, and the reserves getting back on track after both had a couple of losses against Upper Gully. We'll get to the on-field situation in the moment, but you must be pretty proud as a coach of what occurred on Saturday, not only on the field, but particularly off the field. A couple of big announcements recognising two families have just been synonymous with this footy club. We had the past players, we had the ladies, we had a great cause that we played for. It was a pretty good day.
Mate, it was super, mate. We looked like a footy club, we smelt like a footy club, and we behaved like a footy club on and off the field. Super day. Probably one of my best, I think one of the best days of the footy club, certainly in the last few years. Just ticked so many boxes, mate, on and off the field. To all the work, I can't cover it all in this short time, but to all the work from our leader. He's inspiring us at the moment, mate, isn't he? He's really leading with class, Pricey, and he's working hard and leading us very, very well. To have the ladies there for Lady Luncheon, well done, Nick, on managing a big event like that. To have the past players on the hill, BP and a marquee for the first time they joined the 2 days together. To do the Fitzsimons Oval, what a great day and a recognition for their support over the years. The Smith Family Scoreboard, the TS medals. How good is it to have the TS medals on past players' days? A great legend and a great man and a great family. What a great family. As I said to Mr. Smith, you got some blue blood there with the boys, and then of course the One Punch Cup that we played for, the old Yarra Cup, been around since '93. Warrandyte Footy Club need to be really congratulated how professional they were to involve themselves in our big day, and Katarina and the cause for the loss of her son with the One Punch can kill. Mate, off the field, just a super day. And then that night, BP couldn't get any better. The rooms were full, and did the TS medals, and then a bit of live music, and it took me back to the 80s and 90s where I grew up at the Geelong Footy Club, where everyone was there having a great night. And right now at the moment, we really are looking like a footy club. And I think when you look like a footy club and you smell like a footy club, you play like a good footy club, and that went onto the ground as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And well done to everyone who played their part on the weekend. They know who they are, and they've been rightly recognised. You can catch all the photos, all the news, if you missed all the action on the weekend, at our website, of course, templestayfc.com, our team app with plenty of photos, social media covering it all as well. On field, we had a couple of losses to Upper Gully for the seniors and reserves the week before. The first blemish for the seniors. A few discussions during the week. I suppose a chance to really reassess where things are at, and obviously the boys, seniors-wise, rebounded pretty well, and the twos had a good win, and great to see the under-19s back playing this week.
Yeah, look, it was a really good week, mate. We did evaluate the week. The leadership group got together and had a little bit of a meeting, and the coaches had a meeting, and we tweaked a few things, and some really good signs that after the loss against strong opposition, quality opposition, that I guess gave us pressure and heat that we hadn't been accustomed to, and we fell down in a few areas. We just weren't at our best last week, but I'm not taking anything away from the Galley. They're the real deal, but we know that we can be better, and we went out on Saturday to prove that, I guess with everything going on around the club, that at 2:15 it was time for us to clock on and get the job done. And the seniors, first of all, were just outstanding. I thought they ticked every box on the weekend. Tough conditions, wet conditions, 37 shots to 5. Mate, I just couldn't have asked for any better performance. I just thought the game plan, our hardness and our selflessness and our share and care and protection for each other, and just the focus of the players have really determined to bounce back. Was just enormous. The Sons of the Ones had a good win again. Once again, a really strong last half, evidently. So they're showing in their last half that they're really getting on top of sides. And to have the 19s on the ground was terrific. Our motto or our theme for the day, BP, was there was nowhere to hide. The players and the ladies' lunchroom in the grandstand, the past players up on the hill having a great view of the ground, and we just sort of said to the players that, let's see if we can improve on last week, and they certainly did.
We're halfway through. 8-1 is a good position to be in. We haven't played Heathmont yet, but they're the other contender around Upper Gully as sort of the top three standout teams to this point, and then we've got a bit of a logjam of teams who are going to be fighting for those last couple of spots. What's the assessment? What's your take on at the halfway mark.
Yeah, look, I think there's some teams coming. I think Basin are certainly proving that they're coming and hitting their straps to, I guess, what we saw last year with them being runner-up. They all beat the Gully on the weekend, 3 goals up in 3/4 time and got done by 4 points. So we've got them next game at the, I think they call it Baton Reserve, and they're hard to beat there, so we'll need to be at our best, but we'll be certainly ready for that strong opposition and good contest. Ringwood seem to be improving, and Heathmont, of course, are right up there and performing really well. And then, as you said, teams like Churnside Park and different teams are certainly all striving to get into that finals position. So we respect every team that we play in Div 3. Everyone on their day can be very strong. But certainly we've given ourselves a chance, being 8-1, to be there when the whips are cracking at the end of the year, and that's our plan, to be there in the finals. And we need to continually keep winning so that we can try and now catch the leader of the league, and that is Upper Gully. At the end of the day, they're on top and we're second. We need to keep winning so that we give ourselves a chance to take Upper Gully on again later on in the year and try to get as high as we can for that finals berth.